My name is Lisa Lindfors and I am a part of the product management team for the sector visualization table. The visualization table is a unique teaching tool for interactive anatomy education as the students can perform virtual dissections of real-life cases. This is a large multi-touch display allowing the students and medical professionals to work and interact together. By simply touching the screen, the students can interact with the virtual body, supporting the tactile memory. I will now show you the visualization table and the benefits it brings to you and your hospital or institutes. Patient data from CT and MR scan is used to render a 3D volume. By touching the screen, you can interact with the virtual body with your hands, thereby supporting your tactile memory. Here you have a CT image stack. This means that you have all the thin slices from a CT examination displayed in one stack. I use my fingers to scroll through the images, changing the grayscale and zoom up and zoom down. And this particular case is a patient that feels pain while walking and has probably a stenosis in the peripheral arteries. To view the images in a 3D volume, you just press the 3D button. And within a few seconds, the computer has created a volume which you can interact with in real time. To gain sufficient understanding of the anatomy, you can rotate the volume like this. You can zoom in and zoom out. You can move the volume. And you can add and remove layers of skin and muscle. Now we have an overview over the arteries. And here you see the abdominal aorta with an aortic aneurysm. Here. What we also can see that this patient has calcified plaque. And this means that the patient suffers from atherosclerotic arteries. And as you can see, the bed from the CT scan is visible. Here. But that can easily be removed by using something that is called a clip plane. I just drag with my finger and the bed is gone. If I turn around the patient and zoom up, I can see the peripheral vessels. And what we see here now is that the patient has a stenosis on the peripheral vessels. And that would probably explain the patient's symptoms. In the same case, we can also study the skeletal anatomy. We can rotate the patient to see the feet. And I can zoom up to be able to study the anatomy of the foot. I can see here clearly the calcaneus here. I can see the talus, the tibia, and all the other bones in the foot. I can also change the tissue setting in order to see the tendons and the soft tissue. So what we see here now, you can see that the calcaneal tendon is attached to the calcaneus. You can see other tendons and ligaments in the foot. You can also use predefined tissue settings. This is called presets. And for instance, you can use presets that shows the air that's in the patient. Here we see the colon, we can see the lungs. We can also use presets that shows the skin. And if I apply a preset that shows the soft tissue, I can see the muscles and the relationship with the skeletal tissue. And if I zoom up, you get an overview over the quadriceps here. And if I turn the patient around, I will also get an overview over the hamstring. And by the way, the presets can be changed and and you can create your own personal presets. So, in order to see the abdominal organs, I can change to another preset. And for this case, I need to cut into the volume with a clip plane again. And now I have a really good overview over the small vessels that's in the abdominal. For instance, here you see the superior and inferior mesenteric arteries. You see the renal arteries if I cut into the volume a little deeper here. You see the kidneys. You see the liver. You see the aorta. You see the aneurysm here. And you see the stomach. All this information is gathered in one real-life patient case. And with real-life cases like this, if you're using real-life patient like this instead of models, the students will get a deeper understanding of the anatomy of the normal population, because you can study young and old, female and male. And thanks to the unique format and thanks to the touch interface, the students can gather around the visualization table for group discussions. You can easily hand over the commands to even further enhance the group discussions. And if you need to prepare lectures beforehand, you can easily do that by using something that is called a bookmark. The bookmark saves the current view of the volume, including any settings made. You can also create your own anatomical library arranged in the way that you prefer. The system is very flexible and it can be configured in many ways. The table is easy to move because it's on wheels. And since you can tilt the table and move it up and down like this, and also connect it to a beamer, it's a perfect tool to use in courses and lectures. And all in all, the visualization table is an optimal tool for anatomical education and a great complement to cadaver-based dissections.